The order was signed on a Thursday night, late enough that most Americans had turned in, unaware that their financial future was shifting in real time. The list of targeted regions was startling: the European Union, Taiwan, the Falkland Islands, 66 countries in total. Allies, trade partners, global suppliers. All were suddenly swept into a new era of economic aggression. Originally, these tariffs had been threatened in April, then delayed, then threatened again for August 1st. But the signature came only now, with August 7th set as the enforcement date. To Wall Street, this wasn't just policy. It was confusion. It was unpredictability. It was the kind of instability that makes capital freeze and workers wait. The markets responded instantly. Stocks slumped. Treasury yields fell sharply. And hiring numbers, already in decline, now appeared suffocated by an atmosphere of financial fear. In Washington, officials scrambled for language, calling the tariffs protective and strategic. But in Ouagadougou, Traoré read between the lines. He had seen this kind of thinking before, not in economics but in revolution. When leaders become reactive instead of strategic, it is the people who suffer, Traoré said to his cabinet that morning. And when the people suffer in silence, markets will eventually scream. By Friday evening, financial analysts on every major network tried to decode Trump's intention. Some said it was a bluff to gain leverage in upcoming trade deals. Others believed it was a show of strength to remind Europe and Asia, who still controlled the global balance sheet. But Traoré looked elsewhere. He saw the shopkeepers in Accra who couldn't get parts. He saw the cocoa buyers in Côte d'Ivoire waiting on euro payments. He saw Nigerian fintech startups frozen in place, unsure if their cross-border payments would be affected. The global economy, he said in a televised message, is not a boardroom. It is a bloodstream. And what you do in one part of the world affects the flow in another. His words rippled across Francophone Africa. Entrepreneurs, importers, and students reposted his speech. Traoré, never one to condemn without offering clarity, emphasized the need for strategic patience. Yes, nations must protect their industries, he said. But when that protection becomes provocation, we risk building walls around the very progress we claim to defend. The African Union quietly echoed his sentiments. In a closed-door meeting, ministers discussed building independent buffers to protect African economies from erratic superpower decisions. The